What is up, Instagram? It is your host, Tyler. This is Ty's Take Today, where we tackle entertainment, lifestyle, opinionated topics, and stories that impact you and your community. Thank you so much for logging on to Instagram. I know if you're here in Detroit or the Metro Detroit area, we are all preparing for this major snowfall that is going to be happening very, very soon. So I'm going to give it just a moment to get some people in the chat, and then we're going to bring on today's guest so we can talk a little bit about how much snow you can expect in your community. So thank you all for joining us, and we're going to get started momentarily. Hopefully everybody is having a great Tuesday. Hey Jen, hey Scott, hey Michael, Corey. So yes, are you all excited for the snow? Boombox Blondie is checking in as well. I'm gonna get my guest in here momentarily. Seeing double of me, there we go. Batty Brooks official. Where are you at, Jen? All right, Jerome, I love the movies 247. All right, so yes, Michigan is expecting some major snowfall very soon. So coming up, we are going to be talking with Channel 7 meteorologist Mike Taylor to give you a preview of how much snow you can expect. LaMarcus is checking in as well. Let's go ahead and see if we can get Mike on with us. And I appreciate you guys' patience. We're going to get our guest on with us momentarily. Hopefully everybody is having a great Tuesday. I'm actually excited for the snow, to be honest. I'm probably one of the few people that are excited. Give it just a couple of moments. And I know today's guest is very hard at work tracking the storm and preparing coverage, so bear with us as we try and get Mike on with us. What's everybody up to on this Tuesday? Quiz Cuisine checking in. All right, y'all, so I'm going to try and get Mike on with us. Bear with us just a couple of moments. I hope you all are having a great Tuesday. Hopefully this week has been treating you well thus far. I am so excited. We're talking like major snowfall coming to the city. So yes, at work watching you. Yes, I am constantly working. After today, after the live, I'll be at work as well. So I feel you on that. Just chilling watching you. Yes, taking it easy. Sounds like a nice, relaxing Tuesday. Besides the fact that you're working, so pretty solid. I'm just chilling, hanging out. I'm ready to talk about this snow that we're going to be getting here in Michigan. Pretty exciting stuff. All right, Mike just joined the live. We're going to get Mike on. All right, I just invited him on, so he's going to be joining us momentarily. Hey, what's up? How are you?
Hey, what's up, man?
Getting ready. For those of you that are just tuning in with us, we are talking with Channel 7 meteorologist Mike Taylor. I'm ready for this snow. How you feeling?
Me too. I'm ready for it too. I know I'm a millennial, but I'm still learning how to navigate this Instagram live stuff. That was the delay. I'm like, how does this thing work again? Like, where?
Yeah.
So my bad for being late.
No, you're good. So for those of you guys that are watching right now, Mike is Channel 7's meteorologist. I know, I feel like I'm like one of the few people here that is like so excited for the snow, but I'm like just waiting. Yeah. Can you go ahead and share with us a little bit about the storm's timeline, and let's dive into the big question. Everybody wants to know, how much snow are they going to be seeing in their cities?
I can just say we're going to see enough. I'm off today. Yeah, that's why I'm dressed down, just so you guys know. I'm not dressed like this at the station. But let me log into the weather system one of the nice things about the whole COVID thing, now people can work from home. So even on a day off, I can still get into our system because Kevin Jeans, he works the morning. He updated a lot of the snowfall totals. But the further south you are along I-94 and Point South, we're thinking you can get up to 16 inches of snow. I mean, just based on what we're looking at. So this is like a big time storm for us, for our standards. So let me pull it up. He updated this just before the noon.
That's an
So
update on your off day. Didn't know that you were not working, so thank you so much for giving us
I
a little.
mean, when it's the weather, technically you're always working, you know? Like I'll be at the grocery store and then people recognize me like, oh yeah, so how much snow we're gonna get? And I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and get into my mode. So Lenawee, if you're joining us from Lenawee, Monroe County, you're looking at 12 to 16 inches of snow. More so along the city, along I-94, all right? I-96, we're putting out 10 to 12 inches of snow. That's our forecast. And this is not going to be one of those things where we're going to wake up tomorrow morning and that's how much snow you're going to wake up to. It's actually going to start off as rain. If you've been outside today, it's nice. You know, we got temperatures up in the 40s. This will start off as rain. And then while most of us are sleeping tonight, that's when the temperatures begin to drop. And once we go 32 degrees, 20 degrees, get back to the 20s, that's when that rain will change to snow. And it's going to snow all day Wednesday night. And if anything, the biggest forecast question will be there's two storms. The first one gets us on Wednesday. The second one on Thursday, there's still a lot of disagreement there. So I'm personally more confident in the Wednesday snowfall. Wednesday night into Thursday, that second wave may not get all of Metro Detroit. So if you're further south, like Adrian, Monroe, that's why we think you can get up to 16 inches of snow because you're going to get hit with the secondary wave that's primarily going to hit Ohio, but you might be close enough to Ohio that you're going to get clipped by that. That's going to add to the snowfall totals. The further north you go, say M59 and north of that, you're going to get less snow. Our forecast is 5 to 10. The closer you get to Flint, the lower it's going to be. So more like that 5-inch range. And then the closer you get to the city, it starts to ramp up from that. So just to reiterate, we're so used to waking up in the morning, getting hit with all this snow and saying, oh, you look at the results of the snowstorm. Not the case. It'll just be getting started Wednesday. It'll be snowing all day Wednesday night, and into Thursday morning. That's the primary threshold for the snow.
Absolutely. So like you said, you had mentioned it's going to be starting as rain later this evening, correct?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Over and transitioning. Currently, as far as watches and warnings are concerned, we're currently under they upgraded it to a warning.
Yeah, they just did that. That was another reason for my delay. I was trying to go on and get, this the timing of it. But we were under the winter storm watch. They always try to put the winter storm watch out there for the get the bread and milk, people. So they get the heads up that, start getting ready, get your salt, get your groceries, get whatever you want to get so you don't have to be bothered with the snow while it's falling. So that was out yesterday. They upgraded it to the warning, and we're expecting by, I'll say this time tomorrow, we should be in the thick of it. Some of the snowfall rates I was looking at about 1.5 inches an hour for Wednesday afternoon. So if you've never driven in snow that's falling at 1 inch to 1.5 inches an hour, you can't see, and your car has a hard time keeping up with it. And the road crews, the salt trucks, they have a hard time keeping up with it because the second they pass by, give it 45 minutes, that road that they just shoveled is snow covered once again, and even the salt can't keep up. So it's not going to be a nice situation. So if you don't have to travel tomorrow, at least while it's falling, even for a Michigander or Michiganian, whatever you call us, even for us, we know snow, we can handle it. Even for our standards, it's going to be like intense while it's coming down. And, I'll be at home. I'll put it that way.
I'll probably be out here like playing in it, like TikToking videos.
Well, I'll tune in with my Coco watching.
They were asking about Ann Arbor. So if you have any insight of what Ann Arbor is kind of looking at for their area as far as totals are concerned.
Yeah.
You guys are also, for those of you that are just joining us, Channel 7 is going to have a complete list of like snow emergencies, school closures, WXYZ
Yeah, for sure.
as the Channel 7 WXYZ app, correct?
Yep. The app is going to keep you updated. You can download that every time. I think towards the top of the show, we put up a QR code at the top of the show. And say you only watch for the first, 30 minutes or something just because you got stuff to do or to get prepared for the snow and you want to get an update. that QR code. You'll be able to scan that. You'll be able to download the weather app. You'll get personal forecast. If you hear the baby crying, just so you know, yeah, it's yeah, the real household here. If you download that QR code, you'll be able to keep up with all of our forecasts. You'll also have a radar that you can control. You can follow the storm, so you'll know when it picks up. So we had a question about Ann Arbor. From Chelsea to Manchester and then points east. So you're just going to include Ann Arbor, Canton. I think Belleville, you're right on that line. So where you can pick up around 10 to 14 inches of snow. So either way you put it, I mean, let's see, I was on air on Sunday night, and that was my last day on air for a couple days. And I was saying that it has a potential to be one of our at least top 25 storms, which sounds like it's unprecedented or sounds like a lot. In Detroit, you just need to reach 10 inches of snow to even qualify in that top 10 or top 25. So I think we can get there. If you can get it way above that, the 12s and the 14s, which I think we can do, then that's when it starts to place in that top 25 rank, which I think we'll have it. So we'll just say a broad brush of Metro Detroit, count on at least seeing 8 inches of snow, but a lot of us can get up to the 10, 12s, and the 14s.
Absolutely. And before I let you go, thank you once again on your off day. Any
that's cool.
time drivers that you know, you have to prepare. You know, you would think a lot of people that are from here, grew up here, raised here, that they would be prepared for these storms. But we still see drivers that are out here not
don't call anybody out.
So any like point drivers, any items that you would recommend like keeping like in your car, in your trunk, like during these emergencies, or any pointers on like
you know, if you're just one of those, you know, if say for instance we got to work, right, and say you just got to work, you got to go out in it, have a shovel or something in your trunk in case you do get stuck. And you know your car, if your tires are bald and it's slippery for your car on a day where we hardly get any snow, it's just the dusting, then you will get stuck in this type of snow because your tires just simply can't help you out. They don't have the tread and the traction. In fact, I can't drive one of my cars because my tires, I can look at them and say, that car's not going anywhere. So I'm not going to drive, you know, that car until I get the tires. So just be aware that have salt. A nice trick to keep in mind, I don't know if you have something that, yeah, see, I know for my neighborhood, when we got hit with a pretty bad snowstorm not too long ago last year, I had just something you could put down for traction because sometimes your tires just need that boost. So if you have just a small, I don't know if you're in a construction like me, small piece of wood, clothing, anything that can give your tires traction. Some people travel with rock salt and they can put it down just before if their tires get stuck, they can put it down. That'll help them dig themselves out. That'll work. And if you're driving, just be careful. When you approach a intersection, whether it's red or green, slow down because you don't know if the oncoming traffic, if they have the opportunity to slow down and they can slide right into that intersection. So just be aware of those, you know, intersections during the snowstorm. And you know you got your car under control, leave space because if you got it together but the car in front of you spins out, they're going to hit you. So leave a lot of space when you travel too. But if you can, try to avoid traveling Wednesday. Wednesday is when I think it'll be at its worst. Even if we get that second wave on Thursday, Wednesday is the direct hit for Metro Detroit at least. So that's the day in the afternoon and the evening that if you can avoid it, I would say do it.
Absolutely. Channel 7 meteorologist Mike Taylor, thank you so much once again for joining us. As always, I know everybody like we're talking weather, but they're all loving this hack.
Oh. Yeah, but I got my hair is kind of lopsided because, you know, I just woke up not too long ago, kind of slept in. So I'm like, let me put a hat on so I won't distract people. But yeah, it's cool, man. Happy to do it. We tried to connect before and yeah it didn't work out.
Y'all doing so much lately.
Right.
So joining us. And then before we let you go, let everybody know where they can follow you on social media as well as information about like Channel 7's coverage.
Yeah, we're going to be covering the storm from, we'll just say beginning to end. In fact, when the storm really kicks off tomorrow morning, we'll be doing updates on the hour. So even just having ABC on in the background while you're doing other things around the house, cleaning up, cooking, whatever, you'll get updates on the storm and we'll let you know who's seeing the most snow totals, when the worst of it's here, when it moves out. You can follow me on Twitter. As you can see, even when I'm not working, I'm still working, because, my job is to inform the people. So even when I'm off, I still got that responsibility. So Facebook, I'm on there. Mike Taylor WX at the end of my name. So Mike Taylor WX. And WX is Morse code for weather. That's what that means. So that's the same thing for Twitter, same thing for Instagram, even my TikTok. I just got on TikTok. I don't know what I'm doing on there yet, but I got on it. So, I've thought about maybe you guys can give me some feedback on some of my platforms to let me know, would weather information be helpful on TikTok? We can kind of, if you're scrolling, I can give you an update and let you know what's going on. So yeah, those are all the platforms that I'm on. And who knows, man, they might call me in. You might see me on TV. If it gets bad enough, they might say, yeah, we need you to come in. So that could happen too.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you once again for joining us to give us
Yep.
an upcoming snowstorm. Keep in touch. As always, stay safe and get some rest. Enjoy your off day.
Yeah, I know, man.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one, man. Thanks for having me.